Good. Have a good day. You're dismissed. Goodbye.
Hello, hello. Welcome to the Wolverine channel. And welcome, Wolverine family. Those of you that are members, I appreciate you very much. Those of you that are subscribers, I appreciate you just as well. And if you're not a member, please become a member. It's just $1 to help the channel out. And I will get straight to my point. Moving forward, Joey, better known as Surreal Camera, he is definitely trying to do his best and be a professional at what he does. I give him a lot of credit in the all the stuff that he is doing and trying to get accomplished, trying to make change, trying to educate and stay lawful all at the same time. I think that is an awesome thing to do. He's putting his blood on the line as he does so. So I just want to remind people as they forget what people do for us as people that give a damn about what's going on out here. I think we should, the bare minimum is understand who they are and what they're trying to get accomplished and how they do that. Are they feelings enforcement or law enforcement? You have to say. So in this video, when Joey and I got together and I got with him, I said, brother, you got to go back after you got arrested there. And the bootlickers did a video on him, and I'm like, nah, go, you got to go take care of your business and go back there and get your respect. While he did that, he went back and he did a silent audit. And in that silent audit, they continue to not understand that he has a right, even in this part right here that I'm about to show you. Okay? And what it comes down to is, criminal harassment usually is confined to the state, which is a wide variety of criminal laws forbidden harassment in many forms, including general harassment crimes, as well as specific forms of harassment, such as stalking or cyber stalking. Generally, criminal harassment entitles intentionally targeting someone else with behavior that is meant to alarm, annoy, torment, or terrorize them. Most state laws require that the behavior cause a credible, listen to that, credible threat. I say this with great dental, ladies and gentlemen, credible threat to people safety or their family safety. Harassment charges can range from misdemeanor to high-level felony charges depending on the circumstances as we see them play out organically. Wolvie creates these videos so that we can get a great understanding of the breakdown. That is why I break these videos down for us. And I think that I owe it to you a little more insight on this video that we're watching right here. Okay, so I'm going to play this video, and you could tell me whether or not this lady is talking about feelings enforcement or law enforcement. Let's listen in, because I'm going to break it down. You hear that? If you see him here, video, don't come out here and interact. So I'm telling you, I'm going to break this down. This is the beginning of where the interaction when the police are called. I'm not going to show that whole video. You want to see that video, you can go watch it on his channel. Give him the watch time for it. But I'm going to break down, because law enforcement was called. You got to remember, this lady in the white car right here, this lady right here that's sitting here, let's go back to where, let's see. Let's go back to where this lady actually follows him. All right. He did a silent audit, right? So, and then she comes walking out with her bad self, right? And she starts recording him. All right, stop it right there. Okay? As a government employee, let alone being a regular so-called individual that lives in the city of Miami, out in public, period, or where the plain view doctrine comes in, you can record. Now remember, he's engaged in a constitutionally protected activity right now, recording and keeping an eye on his government. And Turner versus Driver says that you're allowed to record your officials in the course of their public duty. And that's exactly what he's doing. Before we go any further, I want to welcome some people in. Jonathan, how you doing? Great to see you, my brother. Utah Cop Watch, welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. Low Dimes, hello, hello. John Borders, John Eagle, James, my brother, good. And the rest of you that are coming in right now, welcome. This is going to be an awesome breakdown. One of Wolvie's good breakdowns of the law, specific to the law. As a professional that I am, I'm going to start breaking these down the way I should.
You can hear me. You can hear me loud and clear. You got my permission to record me? You got my permission to record me?
6 feet.
Do you got my permission to record me?
Now, this government employee walks up on a citizen / customer because he just got done buying a stamp, if you watched it. She's just getting off work, but her code of conduct still applies to her. Still applies to her because she's still on government grounds where she works. So she's unbecoming of a public servant right now.
Who are you?
Do you got my permission to record?
Who are you?
Look at
Do
that.
you got my permission to record?
Now,
me?
who is intimidating who? Who's interacting with who? Who is provoking who here?
Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
So Joey, being the man that he is, okay, being a really good sport about it, right? I want people to see this in their minds as I articulate this. He's being a gentleman, all right? And then he takes a selfie with it to try to soften her up. So he turns his back on her and smiles. Hey, how are you? Right? And he starts to have a sense of humor with her. Try to soften her up a little bit so he can educate her. But no, that don't happen. She smiles a little bit, starts to see that he's no threat, and I can prove it right here. You see this? You see this? Right here. Watch her smile.
Who are you?
Have a good day.
Ah! You see that? Did you see that? Watch her smile.
Who are you? Who are you?
Have a good day.
Okay. Does that look like an intimidated person right there? That's smiling, laughing as she turns her back on him. First major no-no that shows in her behavior that she is now instigating, and everything from this point shows that she's been provoking and trying to intimidate him the whole time. And I'm going to prove that. And I'm going to show you his exception in the law. We're talking about Florida compiled state law. Wolvie finds it. Wolvie's going to show it.
Day.
Yeah, I know. You were fun.
Have a good day, Chucky.
And she told him to have a good day. So where is the intimidating, threatening behavior? Because this is a very important part. Miami-Dade police, you suck. You're the people, the sergeant that pulled up to this event and allowed his officer to use her feelings to delegate a truce between the photographer and the government employee, the public servant. I mind you, remember who your place is. For you bootlickers out there, I'm gonna debunk anything you throw my way. Come and get some. I've been waiting for you.
Have a good day, Chucky. You work here? Looks like you do.
So she's calling 911 right now. After that laugh, after see ya, right? All she's doing is trying to use government resources in retaliation because she doesn't feel good about her picture being taken. She's not intimidated. She's not provoked, nor was she in danger at any time. Her actions show that, and I'm going to show you in law what she did is in error. I'm going to show you where the cop was in error. So let's speed this up a little bit, okay? Let's see her get in her car, right? You see that? She's in her car. She's leaving, right? Okay. Now, Joey goes to his car. Ready? Joey goes to his car, gets in his car.
Let's see if this lady's following.
And there she is. She's now following him.
Me. That's harassment.
Okay. That is true. That is one attribute, and it only needs one more time, and she's guilty of aggravated stalking. And I'm going to show you where in the law in a minute. And I'm going to show you what his behavior in this same code, in the same paragraph where it's protected.
Check it out. Watch this. See, she follows me to.
He makes all right turns. So she follows him right back into the parking lot, as we see. Let's speed this up a little bit. Matter of fact, let's speed it up a lot.
Come on, girl. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Do this. Oh, the cops are there. The cops are there.
Now she's honking his horn. Her horn at him. She's honking her horn again. That's not a nuisance?
The cops are here.
Okay. Now we're going to go normal. Now remember, who's law enforcement? They are. Who is dwelling on her feelings? This lady. She begins to explain herself to the officers. They're getting her information now. They're trying to conspire against his rights. And I'm going to show you how.
But she's complaining that you're following her. What's going on?
She followed me.
Okay.
I went to my car. She got behind me. She followed me around.
Okay.
I'm just recording.
Okay, because she feels like she's intimidated.
That's not.
So Joey basically has to show her. He has to stop the video here and show her exculpatory evidence. It's called when you have something that counterreacts what the officer of the complaint to the officer in her investigation. He has exculpatory evidence that expels her suspicions. Now the other lady becomes a flat-out liar. And watch what happens here.
That's my issue.
I understand, but you have to understand.
You're law enforcement or feeding? You're law
enforcement? No, not now. This officer in today's society would be called a sexist. She's a female. So what? We're all equal, remember?
Or feedings enforcement.
Excuse me?
Do you enforce feedings or law?
No, it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. Officer badge 175, you are a liar. You are a gaslighter, and these are the corrosive tactics coming in a peaceful manner. Ain't that a B? She's got a gun on her side that makes her, if she's making the decisions and passively goes with that statement, watch this. She still means that, because once he shows her the compelling evidence, which is exculpatory evidence, I mind you, that contradicts and factually proves that she was lied to, and that lady filed a false complaint against him. And I'm going to show you here in a minute.
It doesn't matter.
Just let her know that
she doesn't feel comfortable.
So what does that mean?
Well, because you're following her.
I'm not following her.
Wow, she automatically took, instead of asking him his side of the story, she's automatically taking him to that spot to where you were following him. You were following her. You're automatically at fault. Female to female. Because she's a female. It doesn't matter. She's a female. Hello? She is not equally applying the law. She is a liar.
She followed me all around the block.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you listen to me?
I
have the camera.
Okay, folks, I did not have the patience to sit there and go merry-go-rounds with this officer right here, because that's what it felt like it was going to happen. So I just decided to stop my camera right away and show her proof and introduce to her my best friend that never lies, to see who was following who and who approached who first. Keep watching.
In the post office, in the sidewalk.
Okay.
And
now he's saying where I could be, where I can't, and she does her yeah.
Inside the lobby recording as well.
Okay.
That's my right. That's it.
All right.
Cool.
So I just want to let her know.
You satisfied? I didn't
got
lie?
it. No, I need to. That way I can go over there and tell her what I need to tell her.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. What she's doing is she is slickly trying to exploit her supremacy using her corrosive tactic as an officer of the law that's saying that she's going to delegate what needs to be said. So I'm going to skip to the point to where what really matters in this. Okay? Here's where it gets really interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all ready for this? Here we go.
Harassing. Recording is not harassing, dude.
Yeah, he's telling the sergeant, recording is not harassing. It's a fact. The sergeant says nothing.
Government worker too, bro.
And she's a government worker, and he just agreed with her. Yep.
She's a government worker.
Now listen to this officer.
She can't be acting like that, though. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
You hear that? She said, you can't be doing that to him either, because you're following him around the way.
And he doesn't know what you got going on.
And he doesn't know what you got going on. So she's trying to delegate this as an even Steven thing.
So you
so it goes both ways.
Wrong answer. I'm going to show you again where this officer is not applying the law. She's applying her feelings.
Right. Okay. Right. Well, you know what? He could be intimidated as well.
So
whatever I'm saying.
the law requires, Florida law does not recognize harassment and stalking as two separate crimes, okay? Rather, the state lists stalking as a crime while categorizing the harassment as the activity that could lead to an arrest and a conviction for stalking as codified law 748-048. Okay? Now I'm going to look that up. We're going straight to that. And I'm going to tell you something. What's happening here? Watch this. Wolby knows this stuff. It's like this in pretty much every state because it's been fought so many times and won, because the First Amendment is the most important thing about this whole setup that we're watching here. Everything that's organically playing out is in the favor of the journalist slash press, photographer, auditor, whatever. And I'm going to prove it right here. We're going straight to the law, ladies and gentlemen. Ready? Introduce it. Bam! Now watch this. Wolby's going to show you where this officer is full of shit. Ready? 784.048. Remember, this is the official internet site for the Florida legislature. See that? Now, let's go down here. As used in this section, the term harass, okay, means to engage of a conduct directed specific to specific person which causes substantial emotional distress to the person and serves no legitimate purpose. Now watch this. Cause and conduct means the pattern conducted to impose a serious actions in a period of time over a however short, which evidence of continually of this purpose. The terms does not include, ready? You guys ready? Constitutionally protected activities. Do you understand that? Or picketing, or legalized protest. Bam! She's now debunked. She's in error. She's a liar. She's trash. Both of those public servants need to be on notice. That is how Wolby breaks it down. I will bring you the facts. A lot of people will not submit to the facts that I know. They're too busy trying to get paid on YouTube, cussing police out, instead of actually putting the paperwork on them and biting that rear end the way they should. Now, we know that stalking and menacing is generally refers to a clear pattern of conduct. All right? We know this. We know that a victim in fear for their safety is not going to look like this. It's not going to look like this. Okay? Let's go back. Let me share that real quick. Let's go back here. It's not going to be a person that looks like this right here. I'm going to slow it down as slow as I can. Nowhere in there does she look like she's under emotional distress. He's giving the deuces, right? Let's look at this real good because he turns the camera all the way into 300 because she starts laughing and he listens to it. I'm glad he caught it. Good boy. My man. Ready? All the way around right here. Ready? Here we go. Oh, is she in emotional distress, ladies and gentlemen? Does that look like emotional distress to you? Here, we'll just leave that at that point. Now, let's go back to these morons and listen to them cop-splain and listen to what this lady says to Joey. I cannot believe what I heard her say. She is not a professional. She needs to go back into social work where she belongs because a police officer does not look at civil actions and does not create little police reports because somebody feels somebody shouldn't be doing something. That is something that they have to take to court on a civil thing because that's not her job.
Police report either, that girl. She can't do that.
Now watch this. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit. Let's look at Dumb and Dumber here as they cop-splain him. Let's listen to this bull crap.
That girl. She can't do that. Yeah. I was right here, bro. Like right there. She came up to me. She can't do that, bro. And I was quiet.
We saw. You're here on the sidewalk.
That's it.
You hear that?
That's what I'm
You
saying.
hear that? So the sergeant is automatically conceding to everything, but yet his words are right, but his actions are wrong because they need to be giving that lady a ticket, some form of to appear some type of a notice to appear in court, and if once he gets her information, he can sue her and the police department for conspiracy against his rights because they gave him false information. He was in a constitutionally protected activity, and it says so in 784048 in Florida compiled law, which is constitutional law, ladies and gentlemen.
If I'm past the gate, it's a different story too. I don't do that. Nah, I don't. I know my limits when I do this.
Joey hasn't broken the law.
A lot of people that are not educated on this, and
I have never seen Joey break the law purposely. Never. Never. Listen to her break this crap down to this lady. There it is. He has the right to record. That should have stopped right there. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance, because now this is going to you. Now she has her for filing a false police report, misuse of 911. She called 911. She should be filing us on this. Instead, she's trying to bait him into this police report so she can go cry to a judge. All right? And Joey's going to win this on Florida compiled law. You cannot criminalize a constitutionally protected activity. Especially this one.
I did that. I did that. But he has that right to record. And just like you have the right to record. Everybody has the right to record.
She's lying.
You don't have the right to follow him around.
This government employee does not have a right to stand on government grounds and follow a journalist that's doing a story on the post office because it's in her code of conduct that she could not engage in any type of activity that is not work related. How is that work related? Her following around saying you don't have the right to record me when she is in public. It doesn't matter, he or she. Doesn't matter. It's all moot. It means nothing. She's committing crimes. And this officer is feelings enforcement. Miami-Dade, you have lost this one. And Joey don't even know it yet. Joey's on another audit. And I'll be doing a live stream later with Joey. And we're going to make some phone calls. But I couldn't let this go, man. I'm biting that ass.
Because you can put yourself in danger. Okay? You don't do that. You don't confront nobody. You don't walk up to somebody and ask her why.
Everything she's saying right there is true.
Has his camera in your face. You know what?
She walked up to the camera and said, "Get out of my face." That's what she said. You can't do that. You're putting yourself in danger. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Lord have mercy. How many times do we need to go over this with these pampered, entitled people that bring their ghetto attitude, and their unprofessional ghetto attitude continues to be pampered as if, oh, poor baby, let me see if I can gaslight him into a police report so a judge might give you a restraining order because we're all freaking corrupt. That's basically what it comes down to. They are all corrupt, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm proving it right now. I just showed you. Again, if you were just coming in, here we go. Now, understand this. I'm going to state this for a fact, okay? This is a fact. This is Wolby telling you the straight facts. Criminal harassment is usually confined to a state law, okay? Which is a wide variety of criminal laws forbidden harassment in many forms. This is how this works, guys, such as stalking, cyber stalking. Generally, criminal harassment entails intentionally targeting someone else with behavior that is meant to alarm, to annoy, to torment, or terrorize. Where do you see that? You went in and did a silent audit and gave them a piece of paper. Let's show that. For the record, we're going to go all the way to the beginning of this. I'll come back to that part right there. Now let's go back so I can show the evidence. I mean, Joey, all he has to do is take this video right here, and this proves it. Number one, he goes to the sergeant. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to show the beginning of this, so that just in case people that are my subscribers that don't know it, I'm going to show you what happened. He got illegally kidnapped and arrested. Right here. Previously on this channel.
I have an ID.
I just want to identify yourself.
I have an ID.
Okay, let me see your ID.
I'm not. Give me your ID. Let me see your ID. I don't gotta identify nothing. Listen, I come with no ill will. I'm not giving you ID.
Okay.
I don't care what you do. If you want to take me in right now, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
You want to do it?
Yes.
Okay.
You're gonna have arrested for sitting.
Did you see this? Did you see this over here? This guy with his arm saying, no, 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 no. He was trying to stop her. Look. Look at that.
I don't care what you do. If you want to take me in right now, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
You want to do
See
it?
that? See that?
Okay.
He's like, no, 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 no,
No,
no.
wrong.
You need to find out if you're right. That's what he said. All right. Moving forward. There's a lot in here, guys. This is 6 days later. All right. He comes back and he does a silent audit. Okay. Oh, by the way, he stops off at the police station and tells this sergeant that he's going to do it. Okay, moving forward. Now that you guys know that, and here it is. He does a silent audit, doesn't say nothing. I just need one stamp. All right, ready? Now we're going forward. Let me take that off. And we'll start from that part right there. Let's go.
Your name and address to Kim. Can I help you, sir? Can I help you?
You see that? This guy, I don't know if this is a guy or a girl with a beard. I can't tell. The voice sounds like a female, but it looks like a male. So I'll go with what it looks like. You hear that? She goes, They're denying him service right there. But this person actually does the right thing. She's going back to conspire right here. Joey, you can use this video later.
Yeah, this was different. 94975. Well, it's okay, but it'll still get there because we put it there already. I don't know. I'm just returning this. Okay.
They tried to stop this person from actually doing their job. This person actually did their job.
Okay, would you like any snacks? One for the new label here. The total is $14.
Hey, Randall, what up, man? See that? Gives him a thumbs up and bounces, right? I gotta slow this mouse down. All right, so we see him bounce. So he goes behind the police station and meets this Karen back here.
Who are you?
Do you got my permission to
Who
record?
are you?
A government employee making crazy accusations that are not true.
Do you got my permission to record?
Who are you?
Do you got my permission?
You have no right or no legal representation that says you have any right to an expectation of privacy, because there is no expectation of privacy in public.
Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Have a good day.
Bam! See that? You see that? Does she look like she's under emotional distress? Nope. Let's go back to the law again. Here we go. Let's go back to the law. Movie goes to the facts, man. The heck arguing with these bootlickers that are nothing but clout chasers, along with half of the 1A. I wouldn't be surprised if half of the 1A is actually involved in it. I hate bringing it up, but I gotta tell the truth. That's why I'm not so liked out here. That's why some people come in. I get a bunch. I have a big number that comes in and people start leaving because they don't like, if they're seen here, they'll get ostracized by their bigger channels and their bigger gods, and they don't have their own judge of character. And shame on you. Now, getting back to the facts, those feelings were facts too. That just happens to be how I feel, as well as them being facts. Now, getting back to the law one more time. All right. Number one, you guys got to understand this. Florida law does not recognize, nor will it ever specifically recognize, harassment and stalking as two separate crimes. All right. This is a flat out statute. Okay. Rather, it lists the stalking as a crime while categorizing harassment. And you got to have two or more instances for them to even do it. So let's get into this. Again, one more time. All right. Stalking. Here, let me put this under here. 784.048, stalking and definitions and penalties. As used in this section, the term harass means to engage in a conduct at a specific person which causes a substantial emotional distress that person and serves no legitimate purpose. Okay? Now, does that look like, hold up a second. Oops. My fault. I'm allowed to make mistakes. I'm human. Now, cause of conduct. Remember this. Means a pattern of conduct composed of a series of acts over a period of time, however short, which evidences a contrary of purpose. The term does not include, ready? You guys ready? Let's put this a little bigger so we can see this. I can't do it, dang it. This is as big as I can get it. Ready? The term does not include constitutionally protected activity such as picketing or other organized protest. Bam! Bye-bye with the narrative. Bye-bye with the narrative. That's right. Wolvie told you first. That's why I'm the professional. And that's why I have the paralegal degree. And that's why I always outdo the cop when it comes to the go-tos of harassment, disorderly conduct, obstruction, and of course, disturbing the peace. All bullcrap. Those of you that understand, like, share, and subscribe. Hey, Scrubzilla, it's always good seeing you. It's always good seeing the people in here. Let's see, I don't. There you go. You got it. You got it. Exactly. For sure. All right. So on that note, Wolvie's going back quiet. All right. But if you got anything you would like to share with me, you can always email me at wolverinetransparency@gmail.com. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And last but not least, Wolverine's going back quiet right in the middle of the show. See you in the comments.